Alright guys, today's video is going to be a cook with me video in my Cosri slow cooker. I'm doing this in collaboration with Kira from 50 Shades of Mom. If you guys have not checked out her channel yet, I will leave it linked down below. She is also making a instant pot Cosri slow cooker, whatever this kind of pot is. I guess they're all kind of like instant pressure cookers. She is also doing a recipe and we are doing a Mexican theme. So my recipe, a instant pot, Cosri pressure cooker, whichever kind of pot you want to use. I know that there's also a crock pot expresses, all the same thing. It is a chicken and rice bowl type meal, if you will. It is going to be delicious, I can tell. So for what you need for this recipe is some boneless, skinless chicken thighs. We will cut these up in a moment. You also need diced onion, some garlic. I like to buy it in the jar just because it is so much easier than chopping garlic. You need chili powder. I don't have chili powder, so I googled a quick like alternative, and it's like a mixture of all of these seasonings: garlic, cayenne, cumin, paprika, and oregano. And then the recipe also calls for more cumin. I will leave the original recipe linked down below. You also need some black pepper, chicken stock, some kind of cooking oil, whatever you want to use is going to be fine, I'm sure. A can of black beans, a jar of salsa, some salt, some white rice, brown rice, whatever kind of rice you want to use, and a cup of frozen corn. So I'm going to get everything out of the way. As you guys know, I have a teeny tiny kitchen. I am using like a light behind me to try to brighten it up in here because we all know my kitchen is dark and gross, and we only have one window over there, and there's never any sunlight because the house, our next door neighbor's house, is literally right there. So I'm trying this out. I did the same thing with my last instant pot video and it seemed to come out a little bit better, but I'm still learning here. Let's get cooking. Alright guys, so this is my Cosri pressure cooker. I have cooked with this in a few other videos. If you guys are interested in using this pressure cooker, instant pressure cooker, whatever you want to call it, like an instant pot, I will have a link for this down below in the description. I am loving it so far. It's amazing. I'm sorry that this is blinking in the video. I'm not a professional. I don't know why that's happening, but this is just the setting part. Right now it actually is just dashes. All right. I don't like to wear my rings when I touch meat. So put those in a dish and let's chop up the chicken. Now I don't usually cook with chicken thighs, and I didn't realize that it was a lot cheaper than regular chicken. I'm excited to see how this comes out. I'm not gonna tell Rob that it's chicken thighs either because he's not really a fan, but I bet you he won't even know. I'm just gonna chop it and put it back in here for now in the container just because I don't want to dirty another bowl. And once it's chopped, we're gonna put it right into here anyway. We're gonna use the saute setting to start with. Instant pot, we're going to turn it on the saute setting. Saute, where is that? Stew, poultry, steam, saute. And then we are going to add a little start. Still learning this. We are going to add a little olive oil, whatever kind of cooking oil you want to use. And then we're going to get the oil nice and hot. In there, it's gonna get like nice and sizzly. Okay, we are going to dump in our onions. We're going to add in some minced garlic. So about a teaspoon equals a clove, and this recipe calls for I think 2 cloves. I love garlic, and you can never have too much garlic, so I'm just scooping it in. I think that's another reason why I love this jarred garlic, because I can just scoop in as much as I want. It's getting nice and sizzly now. I had no idea when I first got this that like it could cook like this. Let me show you guys what it looks like in there. Like, it's like cooking in a pan, but in a machine. It's so cool to me. So now we are going to season the onions and the garlic. We are going to season with some salt. Just bought the garlic, the pepper, gotta open it up. I will leave the original recipe linked down below. I can't remember if I said that or not. I feel like when you cook, you always kind of just do your own thing. I never really follow a recipe to a T. I just kind of base my recipe off of that. All right, so now we're going to add the chili powder. I'm just gonna add a bunch of these seasonings. I'm gonna do some paprika. Some cayenne pepper. And you're just supposed to add equal parts of all of these things. Some oregano. It also said to add onion powder. I'm just out of onion powder. Some cumin. And some garlic powder. Okay, now let's give that a good mix. Whew. It is so steamy. I'm not choking on the steam, I just have an itch in my throat. Okay. So once your onions are nice and soft like this, let me show you. Nice and soft. I'm going to add some chicken broth to this. You get all of these bits off the bottom. Can you see the bits? There we go. See? You are going to add a 1/4 cup of chicken broth. I'm using this Trader Joe's stock, same thing. I'm just going to eyeball it. Now I'm gonna scrape up all the bits and then we're just gonna let this simmer for a little bit. While this is simmering, I'm going to open up my black beans and give them a good rinse. I'm just gonna quickly just season this with a little salt, pepper, garlic, my usual little mixture that I always do, just so that every layer is seasoned. I like to have everything nice and seasoned. All right, now we are going to add in the chicken, the beans, the corn, and the salsa. So in goes the chicken. In goes my beans. In goes the jar of salsa. Ugh. If I could open it. Ow. Oh, almost forgot my corn. If you need a cup of corn, I'm just gonna guess. That's just how I roll. All right, now we're gonna give this a good mix. And then I'm going to add the chicken broth and the rice. You wanna add in your rice. I only have a 1/2 cup measuring clean, so we're just gonna do that. 1 now another, and then you want to add 3/4 cup of chicken broth. Again, I'm gonna use this just because it's rice. I want to make sure that it cooks. I'm gonna add a 1/2 and then a 1/2, like 1/2 cup and then a 1/2 of the 1/2, 3/4 of a cup. Okay, now we do not stir this, and we're going to change the setting to high. Oh, I think we have to lock it. Okay. Lock it. So the pressure needs to be on high. And then we are going to set this for 10 minutes. Close the lid. And start. All right, I will show you guys how everything looks when it is done. All right, so it just beeped. We are going to let the steam out. And once that's done, we open it up. Look how good. And then you just add a little bit of cheese. Alright, here it is all done. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Go check out Kira's video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!